Welcome back. We'll be back. We are still continuing with our examples. So we are on example 3 on how to calculate mean. Now, this third example, they have said that the following marks were obtained by certain students in a test marked out of 9. So they have given us marks out of 9, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 9. Then they have given us the corresponding frequencies for those marks. And we said frequency is the number of times that item is appearing. Or in this case, what we are trying to mean, marks X for 1, implying those students who got 1 are 2. And then those one who got 2 are 3, and then up to 9. Then the task for today is that calculate the mean using a working mean of 5. So we had gotten used to calculating mean just using frequency and using variable x. But this one is somehow different, that they given us condition of working mean. Working mean is the same as assumed mean. And we said when you are calculating mean using assumed mean, which we denoted mean as x bar, is given by assumed mean plus summation of fd out of summation of f. And we said our d is given by x, variable x minus a, where a is the assumed mean. And now in this case they have not used the word assumed mean, but they have used the word working mean. So don't be confused. Assumed mean and working mean are all the same. And then another thing we emphasize that if you are tackling number of this format, you must use frequency distribution table. That will make your work more simpler. Then before we start doing it, we need to draw our frequency distribution table. So we shall have the first column represented by x, which is representing the marks obtained by those students. So they have said the marks obtained by those students is starting from 1, implying the least student or the worst student got 1 out of 9. Implying here there is no one who got 0 out of 9, but the last one got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the marks obtained by those 30 students. The marks are within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 9. Then after immediately say that after the first column you must include the column for frequency. So the column of frequency will be our next column, which is denoted by F. Frequency is denoted by F, but they said those one with 1 mark, there were 2 students. And then 2 marks, they have given us 3 marks. We have also 3 students. 4, we have also 4 students. 5, we have also 4 students. Then 6, we have 5 students. With 7 out of 9, we have 3 students, 8 we have 2, and then 9 we have 4 students. Another thing we should say that immediately after finishing the column of frequency, you must get the total. So you must sum the frequency and get the total frequency. So we say summing the frequency implies that you must add each and every item which are in the column of frequency, and then you get the total, you put it down. So we shall sum, we shall have 2 plus 3, that is 5, plus 3, 8, plus 4, we have 12, then plus 4, we have 16, plus 5, we have 21, plus 3, we have 24, plus 2, we have 26, plus 4, we have 30. So our total students are 30. Now here take note that if you have given the number of students and then you find that the total number of students or the total number of frequency you have got is different from the total number of students which they have given you, then you must cross-check your table. Maybe you would have copied some frequency here wrongly, or you made a mistake somewhere. They must be the same, or they must correspond to the number of students which you have been given in the question. If they are different, please check your table and then find where there is a mistake, such that you can get those marks. So now, depending on what they have asked us to do, we said we need a column of frequency, which we have, and then we have summation of frequency. This one now we are done. Then what do we need next? We don't have D. So the definition D is got by variable x minus the assumed mean or the working mean. So here our D will be variable x minus 5. This one will be our D. So implying that the next column will be for deviation D, which is given by x D, which is given by x minus 5. This deviation is given by variable x minus the working mean or the assumed mean. Since the assumed mean is 5 or working mean is 5, instead of using a, we have decided to substitute 5. So thereafter, what we need to do, we need to compute for x minus 5. What is x? X is the variable, is the variables which are ranging from 1 up to 9. So we shall be getting value in x, we subtract 5, we get the answer. So for the first value of 1, it is 1 minus 5, we shall get negative 4, and then 2 minus 5, we have negative 3, 3 minus 5, we have negative 2, 4 minus 5, we have negative 1. 5 minus 5, we shall get 0, then 6 minus 5, we shall get 1, 7 minus 5, we shall get 2, 8 minus 5, we shall get 3, and then 9 minus 5, we shall get 4. Then immediately after finishing, we need now, since we have our D, we can now get FD, or which can multiply frequency times the deviation D. So our next column will be for frequency times D. So you multiply frequency with the corresponding D in each row. So here our first frequency was 2, then we shall get 2 times negative 4, we have negative 8, 3 times negative 3, we shall get negative 9, 3 times negative 2, we shall get negative 6, 4 times negative 1, we shall get negative 4. Then 4 times 0, we shall get 0. Then 5 times 1, we shall get 5. 3 times 2, we shall get 6. 2 times 3, we shall get 6. 4 times 4, we shall get 16. Then we need the summation of frequency times D, or summation of FD. Immediately after finishing this column, you must get the summation of the corresponding FD values in your column. So summation of FD is given by adding all these values, but you should consider the negatives and the positive on each value that you have. So we shall use calculator to sum up this one. So you can all use your calculator and we sum up. So we have negative 8 plus negative 9 plus negative 6 plus negative 4. Then plus 0. Then we start adding plus 5 plus 6 plus again 6 plus 16. So you get 6. So summation of FD is 6. So after finishing that one, now you are good to go. First, before even you calculate, now you are sure you have everything that you need to calculate the mean using the working mean. Since we have the summation of F, which is here, we have now summation of FD, which is there. We have assumed mean, or the working mean, which is given. Then we just substitute in the formula to get the answer. So our mean, say our mean which we denoted as x bar, is given by A, which is assumed mean plus summation of FD out of summation of F. So our x bar equals to, we substitute the values. A is the working mean, which they have given us as 5. Then plus summation of FD is 6 out of summation of F, which is 30. Make sure this 6 is the only item divided by summation of F. If you make it to be out of 5 also, you will get a wrong answer. So this one we shall get 5 plus, this one calculator, if you get 6 divided by 30 is around 0.2. Yes, it is 0.2. Then our working mean, our mean become 5.02. So this become our working mean. Just memorize our formula, and then after memorizing our formula, identify what is needed and what is not needed, leave it out. So let us meet in the next example.